Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the series where I rank every level of a difficulty at a time in this game. And I have been sick. I had a horrible fever, like 104 fever last week, so I couldn't release this one to you, so I'll try to get 2 out this week, but no promises. Don't be thinking that means I'm going to release 2 this week, guys. That's if I can. But, yeah, other than a few times where I'll just need to cough this episode, I should be fine. And let's get to ranking every 2-star in the game. And when I say every 2-star, I mean literally every 2-star. Fan-made co-creations will be combined in this list with other normal 2-star levels. So that being said, let's get started with the worst 2-star in the game. We are starting out with an F tier, like its name suggests, faster. This level introduced this mechanic that I'm using right now because I don't know if I could come up with enough things to say about this level in the normal time span. It's a level. It doesn't do the mechanic well. The mechanic itself sucks, and the level itself also just sucks. And because I guess it's supposed to be built around different speeds, it's super boring. Compared to Neon and Dazzle, it's just a huge letdown. Like, we'll be seeing Dazzle way higher up on this list. So it's just kind of a disappointment to the other 2 themes. I do like the red theme the least as well, so that doesn't really help it. I don't think the purple theme ever even appears here, which really hurts it, because I do like the purple theme. Yeah, I don't know, the soundtrack's kind of mid. The crowns are really easy, even on this even on this speed. I could perfect this level at this speed very easily on multiple occasions. And it's just really unoriginal. I'm never a fan of playing faster. And ironically, this level comes up way more than I'd like it to in these videos. So yeah, that is the worst 2-star in the game in my opinion. Up next, still in the F tier, 26th place, Golden Christmas. The year that completely destroyed Christmas levels, in my opinion. Like, what the hell were they doing here? My only thing I could say is I don't know what. This level is the only Christmas one to use mystery boxes, and oh yeah, you could do this for the rest of the level. I don't know why I did, but you can. And, coincidentally, the only other 2-star that uses the faster mechanic, it's here. Okay, whatever, I'm fine at it. Yeah, so you can see a lot of the things and flaws we pointed out about faster are evident here. Plus, mystery boxes. Add that together with a really unoriginal, boring soundtrack, horrible design, the background theme isn't even cool. You get Golden Christmas. And you also get a level that is incredibly awful to play, and yeah, not very fun, is it? Now, you might think that this is the worst difficulty in terms of like good levels. Nope. No, we'll cover that one in a future episode. It's not too close to now. Yeah, we'll get there. As for this level, this is just an abomination of boring, maybe a not horrible part sometimes, really bad mechanics, deco is not good, and yeah, you just get this level. It's kind of a shame. You know what, I can't even pretend to feel bad for it. I never really liked this level. So yeah. That's basically all I have to say about this stupid level. I hate this level so much. Starting off the D tier, oh look, another event level, or holiday level, whatever. Yeah, I've never been a fan of this level. Amusement Park does that reverse mechanic so much better anyway, so whatever. Music is really boring, does not live up to any standard that was created by Midnight Carnival, and yeah, just really awful. I have not done a deeper dive on this level for a reason. I'm pretty sure I still haven't filmed it, so incredibly boring. And I like Cobweb better. I'm not kidding. You could go check out episode 1 of this series, please do. Because I rated Cobweb D tier, sure, but I rated it like the top of D tier. This is literally my like the worst D tier level. It's the bottom one. Because I don't think it's F tier, because I think at least the deco is good. The green theme is cool. I like the crown words. This is kind of in the starting crown era, so the basicness can be forgiven. They haven't really tried as much yet. Yeah, I don't know though. That's pretty much the only good I could say about it, because even the gem roots are kind of mediocre. Because I understand this was also kind of more the beginning level, but I mean, they managed to do good with the deco and themes and even crowns, to be honest. So why were the gems lacking so much? Like, this crown is actually pretty unique and fun. It's right here where the soundtrack starts to pick up as well too, but it's still not my favorite soundtrack. It's one of my least favorite soundtracks, to be honest. If you want to see a least favorite soundtrack video, I will make that too, just so you know. But, yeah, just overall a level that I never had standards for, but if I did, they wouldn't have met them. So, I mean, that's just how I feel about this level. I'm sorry if you all Halloween Escape fans, but from everything I've said, this level gets 25th place and the lowest spot in D tier. Our first fan-made of the series is Successful Person in 24th place, also in D tier still. Man, I overrated this level when it came out. Sorry. Yeah, the theme was actually worse too, and I like it worse now. Like, I like it less. Sorry. It's so bad. The ball speed is so slow. Like, what is this? It's not fun. Okay, that's my fault. I'll admit. But yeah, it's not fun. The pink theme's cool, I guess. The soundtrack kind of sucks. And if you want me to hear me bash on this level even more, please check out episode 86 of Deeper Dive. You'll see what I said more about in depth about this level, but I mean, it doesn't live up to any standard it really should have. No hate to the creator, because this is a good fan made on its own, but in the official game, I don't think this is one of the 10 levels that should have been selected. Especially as one of the first, because this, I don't want to say it set a precedent, but it certainly set something. It set the bar low. I mean, that's the best thing that this level gets. It set the bar low. Yeah, I guess it uses the Daytime Candy theme, so that's a win for me. Continuing in the D tier here, we have Mental Rave. Okay, let's be real. Who else forgot this level existed? Yeah, really? Nobody else? Okay. Well, yeah, I certainly did. When putting this level, or when putting all these levels together, because I do have everything planned, I did forget this level, along with a few others, but they were all like V1, V2 kind of situations, like Ignite, V2, I forgot. So yeah, forgettable. And not a good soundtrack, to be honest. Never been a whole fan of this levels and this set of levels, entire theme, the reggae music thing. We already have multiple sets of music levels that can do it a lot better. Melodic Metropolis. Man, my cough it's been weird. But I guess the deco's alright. I do like the concept, to be fair. So it does get boosted over Successful Person, another failed music level, kind of. I do like this light green theme. Unfortunately, I like the dark one better, but oh well. Just a really forgettable level, to be honest, that has a cool concept, but little practicality, if you know what I mean. It just didn't pull it off that well. Something I will talk about, though, is that this level does technically co-introduce the speed changes, so that's how we got Legendary Racing and the fidget spinners and stuff, all of that. So overall, we got some cool features from this level set that are still being used today, even the fidget spinners, but just the concept was there, the level really wasn't, especially with its like routes and stuff. If there was a crown here that had you use like 3 times, or not, the 2 times speed thing, I think that this level could be a lot higher because of that routing. Staying in the D tier, we have Joker. And this level kind of suffers from lack of change. I don't think many levels struggle from this, but this level does. It manages to somehow. It manages to somehow not change a single style of routing the entire level, in my opinion. The whole level feels the same. And the soundtrack doesn't help, with it being the exact same rhythmic and pitch until 55%, where it decides to change things up a little bit. Very similar to how Totem's soundtrack sounds at that part. Not saying Totem soundtracks are repetitive, it just sounds like it. Yeah. And, oh yeah, right there, those random ass 2017 theme changes. Y'all are gonna love my deeper dive when it comes out, because I have filmed it, and I had some stuff to say about Joker, so wait till episode 180. Yeah, so kind of a letdown level, to be honest, especially when you compare it to Poker, which I think is immensely better. Is it A tier better? Barely, but still much better. This level just, it struggles from its bad routing, in my opinion, and those stupid theme changes, because I'm really upset with those. But yeah, it just kind of, I think the thing it struggles most is definitely its routing. That's something a lot of levels on this list that if they struggle with, it's definitely not their routing. And a lot of them actually excel because of their routing. So this is one of the few odd ones for 2 stars, because I think 2 stars and 1 stars, their routing is generally fine. But this level kind of messed up big time, especially with its crown and gem routing. Like that I'm surprised I didn't lose my shield when going for that, to be honest. Oh, sorry, I missed the wicca word. At the end of my deeper dive, you'll hear it. But yeah, this level is just a huge letdown in comparison to Poker, and it's way too repetitive. Barely missing the top 20. Eternal Journey. Yeah. This might be a hot take, but I think this level is so boring. It is easily, in my opinion, the level that I overrated the most when it came out. I thought this level was legitimately like S tier material. This level sucks. It's so boring, and no anniversary level until Nirvana really could fix it. And this level is no different. Sure, it has theme cameos and song cameos even, with the Inner Star Leap and I think it's Cube cameo. So what? It doesn't make me nostalgic, honestly. Like, there's new obstacles in this section. Not that that really impacted my decision, but like, why would you add new things if you're gonna do cameos like this? Like, Time Machine didn't do that. So why does this level? And I think they learned from this level, because it was kind of, at least it's not a favorite by me. I don't know how the community feels about this level. I feel like it kind of gets overlooked anyway. But still, just very disappointing, honestly. And I wish I could say that it was better, because I really like the blue theme. The light blue theme is literally my favorite of however many there are of this level set. But, I mean, once again, the slime thing, oh my god, I hate this mechanic so much. I don't like that it's here. I understand that it's kind of, it's like kind of a necessity. But, I'm so glad this mechanic has never been seen since then, because it is trash. So, that's my honest opinion on Eternal Journey, and let's kick off the C tier. In 20th place, and starting the C tier, we have Sky, the OG 2-star. And this might feel like a bit of a disgrace, but it is Sky. I think even Massive is better, just because it's more iconic. Of the 5 original levels, I would argue that this level, or Desert, is the most forgettable. Probably this level, though, because Desert at least has some unique features, in my opinion. Because, like, Massive, the first level, you're going to remember it. Forest, you're going to remember for other reasons we don't need to talk about. And Volcano you're going to remember just because it stays in the same theme the whole time, and there's a lot of cameos in the early days from that theme. But this level, what does it really offer? The Sky theme? Oh, nope, sorry, Desert starts with that. What's it going to offer? The purple theme? No, I think other levels do that better. Tropical Tides, you know. Man, I'm running out of ideas. What unique thing does this level do? Not really much. However, nostalgia factor is kind of holding it up. Also, the fact that you can do this. I'll show you. Yeah, I lost my shield on purpose there because I'm about to. You guys probably all know what I'm about to do. Because even the deeper dive that we'll release mentions this in the title. You could die there really easily. The music just stops. It's not supposed to cut off like that. It just does, and it's actually kind of hilarious to me. That alone honestly brings it up to D tier, but I think the fact that there's a little bit of a nostalgia factor definitely carries this in C tier. So C tier it is, 20th place, but I don't think I could really justify putting it above any more 2 stars. All right, in 19th place, starting to get to mid C tier territory, we have Football Field, the bonus of World Cup. Like I say about all short levels, say it with me, too short. Like seriously, we could have seen so much more out of this. Not to mention this, I suck at that. Okay, I feel like we can't call this a skill issue. Like, this is just objectively a bad crown. I'm sorry, like, whatever, that is an awful crown. Although the other two are pretty good, so I don't know. That's an issue this level struggles with. It's incredibly imbalanced, especially for it being, well, what used to be the hardest 2-star. Now there's a new one. We'll get to that level much later on this list. Yeah, I don't know. This level is kind of a letdown to me as well. Okay, wow, how did I get that? I thought it was gonna fall off. Kind of fun, kind of not fun at the same time. I do wish it was longer, and that's kind of the problem I have with a lot of these short levels, so oh well, this level is just going to have to stay in the C tier and settle with 19th place. Ending off the C tier, we have Laser. Only 3 levels in the C tier, guys. Don't mistake those 2 stars. Yeah. This level is probably the highest level in my C tier. Maybe Jungle Expedition is the highest, but this level is pretty good. An Alan Walker bonus, technically. The only one Alan Walker bonus to not use an Alan Walker song. So, of course, for a while, this was the only remnants we really had of Ignite, that in Birthday Party. So, there's that. It's kind of fun. It has those inverse mechanics eventually. It has pretty good gem routes. I'm not complaining too much about this level, because I really think that it's not that bad in comparison to a lot of other 2 stars that we've already mentioned. However, this one just kind of struggles from being a bit boring at times and then being really fun at others. So, kind of imbalanced, but not in a way that a lot of other people would think I mean when I'm saying that. It has fun crown routes too, which is like a thing. Like, that's pretty fun to go for. And the soundtrack is pretty good as well, especially not for being Alan Walker, but I feel like this level is kind of a letdown because it should have been Alan Walker themed in some way. Luckily, that it did not set the precedent. It didn't. This level did not set a precedent for any future Alan Walker levels. And the fact that I have to say that makes me think that it's probably good that I'm leaving it here in C tier. Because I didn't want it to set a precedent for anything else. It uses the 8-bit spaceships though, so that's kind of cool. And that's basically all I have to say about this level, because this segment might have been the most snooziest of this entire series, because what am I supposed to say about this level? Once we get to three stars, it'll be less boring, like these segments, so sorry about that. Let's kick off the B tier. Maybe it'll be more interesting there. Starting off the B tier, 17th place, the last level of 2023, Snowy Night. Also, the last Christmas level, it's the last Christmas level, guys, that we have. Well, I don't think it'll be the last Christmas level that's released. It is definitely the most recent one that we've gotten, some people could argue like canyon encounters is, but I've actually seen arguments for that. I just don't understand it. This level feels very nostalgic, which the nostalgia factor did put this level in S tier for me for a while. Eventually moved down to A tier, B tier, and it finally ended down here. And I think that the nostalgia factor thing was kind of justified, and it still kind of is, because it is carrying it a lot. It introduces you, or I guess reintroduces you to all of these old themes, and this awful one, we went over this, but it reintroduces all of those things, and it feels really nostalgic, really cool. All the portals, and the music helps so much. Sam Zing is really good, legendary composer, or artist, or whatever. And everything about this level just feels exciting. The beginning feels like a build-up, but after that, it feels very exciting, very nostalgic, very awesome. Just so good. And sure, it may be a little easy. It's a 2-star. It's kind of supposed to be. It feels pretty solid and very deserving of B tier, in my opinion. I feel like B tier is a very justified placement here. But of course, this is my list, my opinion, so of course. Still in the B tier, 16th place, we have Falling Blossoms. This is such a beautiful level. I'm just going to get that out of the way right now. Love the purple, and I like it even better than the pink, to be honest. But I'm just going to say that Flower Dance, sorry, I forgot the name. Flower Dance will literally be in this like exact spot when I rank it. They're right next to each other, in my opinion. Difficulties, whatever. The feeling of the levels feel pretty much identical. The soundtracks are basically on the same level. I do like the soundtrack better, though. The only thing that I think makes Flower Dance a little bit better is the fact that it's just harder, but that's not this level's fault, obviously. The theme cameo also holds this level pretty high. I think there's some things that this level does that put it make sure that it's B tier maintainable. And Flower Dance kind of does the same. So they're both very average levels. However, I do like this part of the soundtrack right here. It sounds very similar to Hymn for the Weekend by Coldplay, if you ever heard it. I thought it sounded similar when I first heard the soundtrack video. So that is pretty much my biggest point of this. Of course, I have to bring up the waifu meme or whatever. That will also be mentioned on this level's deeper dive thumbnail. Just saying. I already have that one filmed and at the ready. It will be coming out actually quite soon. But yeah, this level is certainly just pretty average. But that's not a bad thing. I think this level could have been a lot worse. Same thing with Flower Dance. Our first co-creation level of the series, and on this list, in 15th place, Lighthouse Alley. I forgot to mention, if Beach, or what's it called? Beach Alley or something? Whatever it is, or Midnight Go Round, the 2 new levels coming out in the next update. If they're 2 stars or 1 stars, I don't know what to do. I've already filmed this, sorry, they won't be included, obviously. But as for this level, wait, no, I'm gonna let you guys say it with me. Way too short. And I feel like we're seeing a little bit of repetitiveness, if that's a word. These short levels just absolutely suck, and I've seen a lot of people dog on the creator, or the router of this level, and normally I don't say this, but they kind of deserve it. It's not good. This is horribly routed, and I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. Oh cool, there's a secret theme. You'll see it in a second. It's if you touch that whale, it activates it. Oh cool, a secret theme. Whoa. It's right here. Can you tell the difference? Actually, you kind of can, but still, it's not that interesting. This level's very boring. I actually had high expectations for this level, but now I could finally say, I guess I could kind of say with Tsunami, there's a really bad ocean level. Man, that sucks. A really big letdown, honestly. The router did not do us justice. And as a community, I think we should all have the right to be upset about it. This choice honestly pains me a little bit because it used to be an A tier. I moved it down a tier just for this video because I felt like this felt more right. Fairy Tale, 14th place. This, honestly, and Heartbreak, which you'll see next, are kind of interchangeable to me. These are the top 2 levels in B tier anyway, so they're kind of interchangeable for that reason. This level just, once again, has a stupid, random theme changes, but it has good obstacles, a great, like, storytelling thing. Of course, it's a fairy tale. I mean, it kind of has to. Great obstacles that are still used in other levels today, like those torches used in Emerald City, Wizard of Oz, Polar Exploration, and Polar Night Wandering. Probably both versions, to be honest. The crystals used, I believe, in Polar Night Wandering and Polar Exploration. Or Declan Hugo wanted to use them in Polar Night Wandering. And it's just like, so many things about this, the portals that this level introduced, used in many other levels. I'm not even going to list them because there's so many. And it's just like, so many unique things about this level and relics that they both did. Oh, I missed that jump. Wow, I always forget about that. I really do hate that I put it in B tier, but I feel like it's just not A tier material anymore because it's kind of boring. And I feel like it's gotten, I'm going to use this term loosely, power crept by newer levels because it's just, there's a lot going on in newer levels, but I am actually a fan of the new routing style. I know some people aren't. I prefer the newer routing style, which is why you're going to see a lot more newer levels in the top tiers. I'm just going to warn you all right now, the number 1 spot here is a new level, like a Minimax era level. But, I mean, it does pain me, but this level I feel like is definitely more B tier than A tier, and it's sad to me. Because I really do like this level, and it's a huge nostalgia factor as well, which does carry it from B tier. I just don't think the nostalgia factor is good enough for A tier. Capping out the B tier, and as I said earlier, Heartbreak we have here. Another Samsung soundtrack that I think is absolutely amazing, honestly. And the theme here, they crushed it. They really did crush it. I think that they did this really well. I really feel the Heartbreak with the soundtrack. With Out of Control, I feel something very different. So we'll get there in the 3-star ranking, but this level really does pull at your heartstrings, and I think it's good that it does. You want to hear the problem that I have with this entire level? You do? Okay, good. It's too easy. It's like, some may say it's harder than most 2 stars, and I think it kind of is. But I think it's so easy that it just makes it kind of boring, and I don't like to come back to this level. But as for how it does everything, it does it well. I am very impressed with how they did this level. I actually had very low expectations for this level. I set the bar low myself. But the music sync, oh, you guys know how much of a killer I am for music sync. Oh wow, okay. I'm forgetting this level because I don't play it that often, but love the red theme. The red theme looks absolutely stunning. The crowns in this level are actually pretty good, except for the first one. I do have an issue with the first one. You can go watch episode 84, or not 84, 87 or something like that if you want to watch about Heartbreak, because that was in my Valentine's Day era. But, yeah, it's honestly a pretty good level, and I've gotten more attached to it since I filmed that deeper dive. So, it might even be a little outdated in terms of me saying, like, some more negative things about this level, but I think the thing it all comes down to is just the fact that it's incredibly boring after a while. Like, I would not be like JJGH if just playing this level 1,000 times. Take that as a challenge. JJGH, perfect Heartbreak 1,000 times like you did with Legendary Racing. I'll give you a shout out. If you do, I'll post it on my community tab. That's my challenge for y'all. But let's move on to the A tier, and definitely our better half of the list. Starting off the A tier in 12th place, we have Mysterious Trail, a level that's soundtrack literally got stuck in my head that on my YouTube music rewind whatever thing for 2023, I think, when this came out, I had listened to this over 143 times. I don't think I'm okay. This soundtrack carries this level single-handedly to be one of the best 2 stars, that is. It's not S tier material because I think I was really hyping up this level to be like a 4-star or something and be just as challenging as E-Labyrinth. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that, which is why it's in A tier. Obviously, like, you'd be expecting me to put it in S tier if the soundtrack was that good. And it is. It's just the routing kind of kills this level. And the fact that this level has crowns. Most levels, I would like to have crowns, like Furnace. I don't know why they didn't. Kaleidoscope I could see because they were aiming for 1 star. It just ended up as 2 star. There's some exceptions that I'm okay with. And this level I would have liked to seen without crowns because E-Labyrinth obviously didn't have crowns. They didn't exist. Sorry if there's a dog barking behind me. But I think this level would have benefited from having no crowns, to be honest. I'm fine that they're here. I just wish they weren't. But that's basically all that I have to say about this level. And the fact that it's so long and kind of boring kind of kills it for me too. But I think the entire routing of this level, okay, wow. Entire routing of this level, it kind of kills me anyway. So I'm glad I died. I had nothing else to say. So remember during the faster segment when I said we'd see Dazzle much higher up? Here's higher up. Barely missing out the top 10 and 11th place, we have Dazzle. I just want to say it's such a jazzy soundtrack. As a jazz musician myself, I am very impressed with the soundtrack of this level. And for some reason, there must have always been like a placebo effect, and I don't know, reading it wrong, that this level was a 3-star. I always thought this level was a 3-star. I don't know why. But I guess it's a 2-star, so almost included this on the wrong list. Oh well. Amazing gems, and really good crowns as well. Love the purple theme. Love that they barely use the red theme, honestly. Don't like that theme. I like the green and purple theme much more, so yeah, definitely positive there. And honestly, just a really solid level with great soundtrack, pretty good routes, and great theming. Only thing holding this back is honestly I don't want to say it's length, I just think that there's some boring stretches. Now, like from, I'd say 80 to the end, there's no boring stretches. Like, this is just all complete chaos with, if you're going for perfect way. If you're not going for perfect way, this level kind of sucks. But why would you never go for perfect way? Like, unless you're a noob, which I can understand that. But like, the crown there, that's insane, and it's actually really fun. It's just really fun. Sorry if it's a little noisy. There's a drone near me. The great outdoors. Starting off the top 10 is Stars. And when you're watching this, a deeper dive on this level, literally, I'm expecting, just came out. So you probably heard everything that I just had to say about Stars. Except filmed probably like 2 months ago. But still, you probably just heard everything I had to say about Stars. How'd you like that video? Please check that out. Honestly, just hear way more in depth than what I'm about to say right now, because I'm going to keep it actually very bare bones, just so you guys have to watch the video. No, I won't. This level has really good theming. It's honestly just kind of held back by its space theme, because way too many levels use that theme. I've already mentioned that. Way too many deeper dives, and deeper dives to come. You will hear me complaining about the space theme. But for right now, I'll just leave it at the fact that this level's only held back by the fact that it's space themed. But otherwise, it has a pretty good soundtrack. Kind of boring at sometimes. It's kind of also held back by that. But great deco, just like Kepler's Dream. I do like this theme more than the Kepler's Dream one. So there's that. And it has some pretty good crown routes. Although I have seen a lot of people complain about the second crown being too easy, which I thought I'd see more people complain about it being too hard. But I guess y'all aren't noobs, so that's cool. This crown is pretty easy, though. I honestly say it. Both. I feel like the second crown's the hardest one, but y'all do y'all. Okay, well, yeah, see, I just failed it. I'm proving my point. I did not do that on purpose. Like, I'm not kidding. I didn't do that on purpose. Overall, pretty solid level, though. And I think a lot of you guys agreed with me in the comments and said that this level is either A tier or B tier, and I could honestly respect both answers. I could see a B tier argument, to be honest. So, fair. I just think the soundtrack is really good. I really do like the soundtrack. Alright, the top 8 are all Minimax levels. I'm just going to say that right now. Starting off with Samba. Samba has an awesome soundtrack. I'm going to turn it up, actually. Music sync. Love it. It's just so funky. It's like a Brazilian funk that the Brazil Carnival it kind of got. We'll talk more about Brazil Carnival later, though, trust me. Well, in the 4-star one. It introduced some new obstacles. All of the collectibles are flying in this level, which is actually kind of cool. It uses the animated themes, as it should, otherwise they would be way too boring. This level would not work without the animated themes, or this level set, because both themes are just so boring. But the animated themes honestly keeps that up, so I'm not complaining about that. The only thing that I'd say this level is bad is, once again, just the difficulty being 2 stars. I think this is kind of... next episode will be the last episode where I really complain about difficulty being the problem, being it too easy. Then we'll get to too hard. But, I mean, I'm actually better. I'm more okay with too hard than too easy. So you'll see me complain about that a lot less. But for this level specifically, it's really fun. I love the bongas here. I don't know why. It's just such a fun vibe. This level honestly gives a vibe like I'm in Brazil right now. Sorry, music sync. Like, I'm just singing along to it, and I don't know, I could just kind of have that carefree nature. I always have a carefree nature if you saw me in real life, but, I think it shows at the end, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. Yeah, if you really want to see me talk, I think I talk a lot more in depth than what I just did in my deeper dive for this level. So go check out episode 85. I can say it with a lot of certainty. That's what that episode is. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this level. The earliest original Minimax bonus, Temple Fair. Soundtrack, definitely the carry factor of this level. Levels have carry factors, and that would definitely be this level's. One of my favorite soundtracks, to be honest. Definitely not one of the best, but one of my favorites, you know? And, really fun. Great crown route here. You could still do this after 2 years of release. There's still no hitbox to that, and I think that's absolutely freaking hilarious. And, this level feels nostalgic, even though there's literally no nostalgia attached to this level whatsoever. You got the firework mechanic here. I love to do that. There's so many unique ways I can do it. I feel like I'm Declan Hugo doing this. This doesn't have a hitbox. I feel like the hitbox issues on this level actually make it funny. You could also do this. You don't have to activate that. All the fun tricks with this level. The route is actually fun. The route is not a problem here. I would not call this level boring in any way. Theme cameos, something we hadn't seen at the time. Well, actually, we just saw it with Auspicious Jade Rabbit, but we still didn't really see it afterwards. I can't really think the next time we saw theme cameos. I think it was Eternal Journey, or Falling Blossoms, one of the two. Still, very, very just feels iconic level. I don't know. It has a Neon vibe too, although Neon is obviously going to be like probably one of the most iconic levels in Running Sky. But we'll definitely talk about Neon very in depth when we get there. But and then like this thing to the new theme, like a lot of people didn't know this was gonna happen. So that's actually very cool, because before this the fireworks didn't really have a purpose. So I'm glad they gave them a purpose. Otherwise, like, you'd just be hitting random switches for no reason on a harder route, especially in AJR, because that was definitely more prevalent there. So I'm glad they added that change there too. But yeah, really fun level, definitely deserving a 7th place. And let's move on to the best of the best in A tier. Okay, hear me out. This was a very close call between S tier. And I'm willing to give this level so much leeway, because the song is, once again, carry factor here. And like I mentioned earlier, I don't really care that this level doesn't have crowns. It was meant to be a 1-star, so I will give it that. I will very much give because this has a reason. Oh well, like, it has Bluetooth movers, let me go cry in my room. Like, I don't care. It's not like it matters. Like, so what? It's kind of obvious that they're gonna move there anyway. So why are we carrying so much? I don't know. And it's kind of upsetting in my opinion, but really good. I love the purple theme and the red theme, honestly. They just work really good. The only thing holding this level back from S tier, and the reason I didn't put it there, is because I think it lacks replayability. Just because of its difficulty, I think. Because it was supposed to be a 1-star, it's like a 2.0, I think. Perfect way, it's probably like a 2.4. It's just not that replayable. The only reason I ever replay this level, and I do actually a lot, it's just for the soundtrack. I could look up on YouTube Kaleidoscope soundtrack, like 1 hour loop if I wanted to, and it would get the purpose of this level kind of served. So playing it feels a little useless. I don't know. That's me. I know a lot of people in the comments, like Mr. Probro, I think really likes this level, and I would not argue with you at all if you put this in S tier, because this is a very close call. It's my second highest level in A tier, with Totem being the only higher one. And I just, it's a close call, but I feel like I have to put this in A tier just due to that lack of replayability. Kicking off the S tier, we have Ginny. On my tier list, this would be the lowest rated S tier level anyway. But I mean, whatever. Well, it's still an S tier, and I think the reason that it's an S tier here is because A, soundtrack carry factor for the 3rd time in a row, and B, underground mechanics really fun, really goodly, really nicely used here. And even for a mystery box level, I'd say the mystery box routes are all really fine. I am a big fan of this Enchanted Lap kind of theme, like Muslim theme in general. They have good obstacles, and I think they managed to route this level better than Enchanted Lap, to be honest. They're really like right next to each other on my tier list. They're pretty close together, except at different tiers. I think that the F777 soundtrack here honestly carries. I love Bandwagon, and I was hoping they'd bring this soundtrack into the game for a while. If you watch my original top 15 soundtracks in the game video, you'll find that I talked about that a lot, how I liked it from the beginning, and I'm glad they added it. Still stands true today. And they're about to add another one, actually, with that Beach Ocean or whatever it's called. I don't know. The new Lighthouse Alley bonus. And I'm glad they're still partners with that, with F777, because they have honestly some banger soundtracks. As for gameplay, this part feels really good. With the soundtrack, it mixes quite well with the faded power-up. And there's a mystery box here, floating mystery box you can get, so that's pretty cool. I think the music is really, like, they synced it really well with a lot of this level. Like, the routing styles here feel very good for whatever the soundtrack is. And that mystery box is actually really good. If it spawned, it would have been nice, but this part of the soundtrack doesn't really fit in the route. I feel like it should have been a faster ball speed if they were going to do this, but I stand by the fact that this level should have been a 3-star. Like, they should have made it as a 3-star, but whatever. It's fine, and I am very okay with how this level turned out, because it's S tier. But honestly, just a really solid level in general, and definitely deserves to be S tier, standing on with the next 5 levels. The first ever co-creation 2-star, definitely deserving of 5th place. And I feel like we all saw this coming. If you know me, I advertise all the time how the bonuses of Observatory and Parade Pageantry are so much better than the main levels. And they're right next to each other on the tier list anyway, so expect Masked Ball next. But still, hear me out. This level soundtrack, I wouldn't call it a carry factor here, actually. I'd say that the carry factor of this level is how they routed it. Yeah, as people say, the FO18 style. Some people say that about Observatory more than this level, but I'd say that this level is actually very FO18 style as well. And they do it in a way that makes it feel very iconic, even though this level's not iconic at all. Although it is one of the only rated good levels that Deckman Hugo did on the tier list. I just remember that. I'm like, I knew I was right. I knew Crescent Moonbeam is better than Observatory. Because my standards were so much lower than what they were with Observatory. Same thing goes for Mass Ball, what I'm saying right here. I set the standards so low that I was actually very impressed when I saw these levels, both of them. It's just kind of a mutual feeling, and they use the dual portal so much better. I know they kind of did the same thing, but I feel like the crown route they did here was a lot better than what they did in Observatory. They did the asymmetrical duel, which is very cool, and they got kind of its own cameo in a Passionate Love. But it's a good introduction here, honestly. I think they used it better than what they did in Observatory. And this like Lilliput ending feels really good. It just feels... They do this level in a way that make it feel iconic. And what I'm about to explain with number 4, Masked Ball, will be a little bit different, and you'll see why in a second. So, this level, it has a different kind of soundtrack, and I think it should try to be different than Crescent Moonbeam because the theme is different. Do you feel the... this level is supposed to feel more cheery with its theme. It's more of a disco-y kind of theme. Does this level achieve that, you may ask? Hell yeah. I had to. This level not only actually like uses the objects or the decoration from Parade Pageantry, like they spread it out evenly, as Deckman Hugo mentioned in his tier list video. It actually uses it well. Like the level is routed good. Whoa, huge surprise. And honestly, even though the ball movement speed is slow, I can feel the disco happening with all the objects just kind of jumping up, the flipping towels, the wheels, all of the lampposts just kind of creating themselves, the fans doing whatever that was at the same time. And unlike Parade Pageantry, this level's second crown doesn't suck. The second crown is right here, by the way. Yeah, that's pretty fun. At least it's not as bad as... Well, we'll talk about that next time. But, you know. If you know, you know. But this level actually feels like it actually succeeded in doing what it wanted to do. It used all the obstacles. It kind of it really did a party theme well. And it has a good soundtrack. So, overall, I feel like that's a win. The literal only thing holding us back from not being number 1 is that there's just better levels. There's 3 better 2-stars that I can think of off the top of my head right now. In a certain particular order. There is an order. It's very clear which one is number 1 to me. So, with that being said, let's move on to our top 3. Our bronze, silver, and gold. The best of the best 2-stars. At number 3, bronze medal. The hardest 2-star. Accumulator. Feel the electric. Feel the bass. We're gonna ignore that. Anyway. No! Anyway, times 2. Would you believe me if I told you this level is a 5-star? I'm not kidding. This actually is a 5-star perfect way, which is really cool. I think we needed a really hard 2-star, and we did get that. I mean, I don't know how you're gonna use the Robotoy power-up thing without it being really hard. So I'm glad that they just went for it, and they succeeded. As you saw, soundtrack. I don't want to say it's a carry factor, but it's like an iconic thing now. I feel like I use it a lot. Like it's just really cool, and they managed to do Robotoy actual justice because I feel like Robotoy kind of sucks. Especially in comparison to this, and I'd much rather do the Error Robotoy, the April Fool's one. I thought that was so cool, but they even use the long-term slowing effect that Robotoy used too, and they managed to put a gem here as well. I feel like they just routed this level so good, and the song really fits the theme here. They even have all the lasers and stuff. Like, this feels like a 5-star, and I'm glad it does. It should. That's a cool crown route too, and like, oh, okay. yeah, like I'm having a tough time with this level, but that's just because it's a 5-star, and I'm used to playing 2-stars today. So ignore me. This level is very fun, and I feel like I'm not alone when I say that this is probably one of the best 2-stars they've ever made. So definitely positive there. The thing that I think seals the deal for me, this being really good, is just the fact that Robotoy did so bad, and this level managed to undo it. And I'm so happy that they did. Like, that crown is so much, like, 10 times better than anything that Robotoy did. There's multiple ways to get this last gem, which is really cool. But all of the crowns of this level, they use the power-up. All of the crowns in Robotoy, what do? They use the speed power-up, and I feel like that's kind of random. All of the crowns in this level, they use the Robotoy power-up, the thing that Robotoy should have done. So, for many reasons, this level is very deserving of bronze medal, 3rd place. Did you not see this coming? Okay. In 2nd place, we have Abyss Traps. If you know me, I feel like you should have seen this placement coming from a mile away. And I will say it once and I will say it forever. This level sticks to, what does it stick to? A gimmick. Abyss Traps. You see that jump pad right there? I didn't hit it, because if I did, I would have died. Or, well, if I didn't have a shield. I would have hit the thing above me and I would have died. See, that's trap. The little, like, things where you just go up to what a 2nd floor would be if there was a 2nd floor, that's kind of cool. That's new. It's like that jump pad would have killed me. That jump pad kills you, and they put a gem right in front of it, knowing that it's a trap and you'll fall for it. Kind of diabolical, but it's kind of cool. And they've never done anything like this before, which is why it's so cool. I think it's awesome that they did this. And like the last level, this level is 4.8 stars on Perfect Way. Why? Like, they made this level actually harder than the main level. I'm not even kidding. I think they're actually the same difficulty, Perfect Way, which is hilarious to me. The 2 stars, the same difficulty, like exact same difficulty, Perfect Way as its main level. Really, really cool. And this level is just really fun. There's like major routing, fun things, and that's all I could say. I mean, that's all I could say about the routing, honestly, because it's very consistent with it being very trappy, but also being very fun. Like, just fast movement swipes across the screen. And all the crowns are kind of like, go up to the 2nd floor, get that, or whatever. Because all of them utilize that fake 2nd floor. That's what I'm talking about when I say fake 2nd floor. Where there's not really a 2nd floor, but you just go up to it anyway. And it's very awesome how they use it. It's very innovative. And I guess I haven't even mentioned the soundtrack. The soundtrack is actually just kind of okay. The only good part's like this last part. And the fact that this is in 2nd place, but as a person that normally cares about soundtracks a lot, it's kind of surprising to me, to be honest. And this had a pretty fun weekly match. I could not for the life of me figure out how to do good on it, though, to be honest. And I think the fact that the soundtrack's not that good until the end is the reason that this is in 2nd place. But still, this is, I believe, my 8th favorite level in the game. So it obviously did something right, you could tell. And for everything that I have previously mentioned, having an awesome, gimmicky, in a good way, kind of style, and a pretty average soundtrack, really good obstacles, to be honest, I'd say that this level is quite deserving of 2nd place and a silver medal in this video. But in 1st place, the best of the best 2-star, it's Desolate Area. Come on. I feel like when clicking on this video, you're probably just gonna know that this is my favorite. I will not put this on the thumbnail, though. I'm gonna make y'all think that I think Abyss Traps is the best. But this level will probably forever and always be my favorite 2-star. Okay, let's think about this. The soundtrack is definitely a carry factor here, not gonna lie. But the route, still awesome, really good, especially when we get to that one part, and I think y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that one part. I'm just gonna quickly mention weekly match. I didn't mention it a while for like any of the other ones. This level's weekly match was by far my favorite ever. I got 712 points on this level, and it was so fun to just destroy it, even though I love it so much. And it's just really funny. I love this level's weekly match more than Chess Fortress. And it's so fun. Such a fun level. Honestly, a joy to play. I always look forward to coming back to this level. And I feel like that's pretty justified. Especially because of this one part we're about to see right here. The minecart section. They nailed this section. Not only in Westland, also in this level. I'd say objectively better in this level. The tilting is here from VR Fairyland. And I'm going to be a representative for this. This needs a tertiary bonus. Like, we need a tertiary minecart bonus. Come on. It needs to happen, Minimax. Make a tertiary bonus for that theme. It needs it. That crown's fun too, by the way. And honestly, okay, this part of the soundtrack's a bop, not gonna lie. That's another good thing. I literally don't have anything negative to say about this level. It's just my fifth or fourth favorite. It's interchangeable with another level that we'll talk about next time, which will definitely be my second favorite. It's interchangeable with that one. So, fifth or fourth place, whatever, whenever it changes, because there's a 3-star. You'll see next episode that's kind of interchangeable a lot of the time. But yeah, that is why Desolate Area is very deserving. Like, far and away, it's not even close. First place, gold medal, best of the best 2 stars in the game, and will continue to hold that record until maybe like a jazz theme level, if it's a 2-star, is released. But that is going to do it for today's almost hour-long video. Just imagine the 5 stars, because this will, yeah, 5 stars will get crazy. Even 3 stars. 3 stars have, I think, like 58 entries or something. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully next week, or maybe this week, guys, if you're lucky, you know. But leave your opinions on all of my opinions in the comments. I want to see how you guys think about what happens with my opinions, because y'all have been wanting this, especially Mr. Probo, so it goes to you. And with that, I will see y'all in probably the next deeper dive y'all watch. So see you next time.